Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today I believe we are finally onto something. Perhaps the real reason Big Gipp isn't a big fan of Jay-Z, and this time he also brought Dr. Dre into the conversation when he spoke on how they choose who they call the GOAT in the industry, and we'll get to more on this in a bit. Today we also have more on the uproar over Eminem's opposition of the reasonably shady trademark filing that sparked some hilarious reactions online, since many who appear to be outraged by Eminem's move to block the trademark are also completely ignorant about the details of the situation, and you'd see what I mean in a bit, even from some wannabe lawyers who have no idea on what they are talking about. More on this in a bit. So today we'll start with Big Gipp, and he took a swipe at Jay-Z again in this interview on Art of Dialogue. But this time perhaps we have more to go on why he's not a big fan of Jay-Z. First he alluded to it when he stated, "The rapper they say the greatest, I say not. And then some of Jay's songs are biggies. So Cameron said that, I didn't say it." Now some of you already know where he's going with this. Remember a few days ago we covered the story about Ice-T's issues with Jay-Z over the song 99 Problems, and check this out from Big Gipp, as he believes that as long as his music has an impact in the life of the listeners, that is all that really matters, not the money. And he gave an example of someone from Nairobi, Kenya, who walked up to him in an airport to give him props for his music. Albums like Soul Food that changed his life, and he added, "For me, as long as a person could come and say, hey bro, Soul Food changed my life, it helped me. It even helped me get through the penitentiary when I had to go. You know what I mean? That's what's real. The rest of that, that's just about $1. Certain people can give other people flowers. They so used to getting them. And if you that kind of cat, I ain't never really been into you." So perhaps he believes since Jay-Z's not exactly known to give others their flowers, this could be the real reason he's not a fan. And he also spoke on Dr. Dre, who was ranked at number 40 on Billboard's GOAT list. And before you say Dre doesn't write his raps, there are rappers who use ghost writers who ranked higher than Dre, so there's that. Gibb spoke on Dre. Dr. Dre has been making records since 1985. Nobody has had a career like Dr. Dre. He's the only one that can battle people like Teddy Riley. I'm just saying, as far as when you put the facts on the table, you know, like Dre don't talk, and he ain't kicking it with the news and all that. He ain't doing no Rock Nation brunch and all that. So nah, you're not getting that kind of love from them kind of people. But the ones that does serve and F with them people and pay them for those good reviews, then them the ones that's gonna get those kind of looks. But Gibb sparked reactions like it's funny because Jay wrote for Dre and Snoop. My god, the hate is real. Now while the hate looks to be real, if you were paying attention, you'd realize that Big Gibb's issue seems to stem from Jay not giving other people flowers. Dre didn't hide it when other people gave him songs and wrote for him. But think about Ice-T's complaints about Jay-Z's 99 Problems. I believe examples like these are what Gibb has an issue with, and now people are patiently waiting for Jay-Z's next move. Safe to say Big Gipp got some shots coming on Jay-Z's next feature verse, laughing emoji. But what do you guys think? Moving on, while Eminem's backlash hit overdrive after he filed to stop Reasonably Shady from getting trademarked, this brought some interesting takes on the web so far now that the news has gone viral. The user claims, "Case will be dismissed without prejudice. He doesn't own the trademarks of Shady, just as The View doesn't own the trademark Hot Topics, which caused Wendy Williams to use it."
Really? Huh.
Now, before we get to the punchline, there was much more along these lines. I'm arguing trademark law in a few weeks at a moot court competition and can honestly say Eminem has no argument here. There is no likelihood of confusion here. They kept going, Eminem does not own the word shady, and I say that as a Green-Eyed Bandits hater.
Really? Huh.
But check this out from Rolling Stone. Matters has owned marks for both Slim Shady and Shady for the past 2 decades. Covering everything from his records and tours to his merchandise. While these marks were obtained in the early 2000s, the opposition filing notes that Matters has been using Slim Shady and Shady since as far back as '96. But remember, Twitter users say Eminem doesn't own the trademarks of Shady and are faking outrage at the moment on the platform. Let's be real, they don't care about the Real Housewives, they just hate Eminem. And note that Reasonably Shady also filed to be able to sell merchandise using the word shady that will include clothing among other things. And when you get to know the details, Eminem blocking this from happening makes perfect sense. It's not far-fetched at all, but some continue to peddle drivel. Eminem loves beefing with women, though we've known this. And while it's right there that he's owned Shady for over 2 decades, while Twitter users claim he doesn't own it, many fans find the whole thing hilarious. The fact that Eminem has owned the right to use the term shady since before some of you were born is absolutely hilarious. Keep throwing your temper tantrums because you look like clowns. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and see you on the next one.